Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sherry and my channel is Blue Gemini. So you guys, today I'm kind of having a bootleg meal. I wasn't really gonna eat while I recorded today, but I made my daughter some pizza puffs and I wanted some once I stole one of hers. So I'm just eating some Totino's pizza rolls, pepperoni, and then I just got my water with my crush. So how's everybody doing today? Today is what? Friday or Saturday? I think Friday. My days are all out of whack. I'm not really doing anything. It's kind of like a chill day. Aren't they all now? But, oh, this is hot. Ooh, y'all see that smoke? You can't even see it. Let that cool off a little. But, yeah, so I don't have anything really I'm doing today. So I might watch a movie today. But I wanted to hop on here real quick and just kind of make a video and give my opinion on the whole Adrian Slade situation. I haven't really spoken on her. Okay. Not too hot. But I haven't really spoken on her. Mainly just because it's just not interesting anymore. Like, her whole drama with everybody. After the whole Chilling with Walt drama in her, it's kind of just got old. So I haven't even been watching every video like that. It's just kind of been like whatever. But she's on this whole like positive kick and all that stuff. So she seems like she's been kind of avoiding even speaking on the drama, even with all the Lucille stuff. It wasn't interesting enough to me. It's like, okay, we know she's full of drama, so you know, and it was too close to the Chilling with Walt drama. But I have been watching the last few videos. Man, I feel like with her, she's kind of she kind of confuses me. Like, as far as, I don't know if I like her, and then I don't know if I dislike her. I liked her when I first started watching her, just because I liked how blunt she was. I like people that are just blunt and just real and, just say what it is. What you see is what you get. But then she just does people dirty, and I don't like that. Like, I'm the kind of person that I pay attention to how you treat somebody else. To me, it's like, treat people how you want to be treated. And she doesn't. So it kind of makes me kind of not like her. But then lately, I've actually been feeling bad for her. Tell me if I'm crazy, y'all, because I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing something everybody else isn't seeing. Because I actually been feeling bad for her. It's almost like when she makes videos now, you can kind of see that she just seems sad. Like, she just seems like sad. Like, I don't remember which video I seen, but it was one of them, and she just seems sad. It might be because she lives far now and she doesn't have her family and she's there alone, and then YouTube is coming at her with their stuff. So it's kind of made me like, okay, let me look at her differently. Even all the stuff with all these men, I don't think that is what everybody thinks. I don't think it's her being an escort. That's what I kept reading. An escort or prostituting and all that stuff. I low-key think that she's like trying to manage these people or something, or she's trying to do something to where she's going to get paid for getting them known. Because it doesn't make sense to me to be on POF and you're looking for other YouTubers. Like, all these people you meet happen to be YouTubers. Like, I don't think it's as obvious as we think it is, as far as what she's doing with all these different men. I think that really, I honestly think she's just looking for love. She's just looking for somebody to love her and accept her and all that stuff. Now, that was just my thoughts on her recently. It was kind of why I haven't really had an opinion. because she's not really giving me anything to really have an opinion about. It's kind of boring. But I watched her video recently of her getting pretty much evicted. Whew. I'm a strong believer in karma. Okay. I believe that what you give is what you get. If you do somebody dirty, karma's gonna come back, somehow. It may not necessarily be, you do this person dirty and then they're gonna get back at you and do something dirty. No. Karma can come in different forms. Okay. And karma, to me, it happens regardless. Whether it be the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. And I think with Adrian, with this whole situation with her apartment, her karma is the fact that she tried to do her last... Y'all, that was my TV. But she tried to do her last apartment dirty. Okay. And then the way she did Walt. All for some rent money. Walt said in a video that she was going through some kind of program for her last place in Milwaukee for them to pay her rent. Okay. And even though she had the rent, she didn't pay it. But then she wanted money from him for rent. So then they fell through, the company fell through, and then she ended up getting evicted. So it's like, okay, you screwed over the apartment, and then you did it thinking that Walt was going to basically go with you and make sure you're good in your new place, which doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you even depend on somebody else to make sure you're good? But I think this karma with this apartment is because of that. I think the fact that she basically turned on Walt for some money, and she probably sat there and threw it in his face like, oh, well, I'm about to stay up in Boca Raton. You guys can go back to Milwaukee, to the slum, blah, blah, blah. I'm in Boca Raton. I'm in paradise. Like, I'm sure she was talking like big stuff about where she's moving to. Not realizing that all that is going to come bite you in the butt. Because it's kind of ironic that you're getting kicked out or you're choosing to leave when rent's about to be due next month. Like, girl, did you pay your rent last month? Did you pay last month? I personally don't think so. Because you went on YouTube talking about how YouTube wasn't paying you. What's changed? Because you still shopping at Dollar Tree. You still being cheap. You still doing little shady stuff for money. Like, so YouTube can't be doing too good. You still needed Walt in order to live there. You still needed a co-signer. You spent all your money moving out there. So YouTube isn't, YouTube isn't paying you like that from what it sounds. You said the other day you had your EBT card. You one person. So the fact that she's still, and even the program for Milwaukee, those kind of programs are usually like low income. So you're not making nothing. That's why she's out there looking for a rich man to fall for her, because she's not making nothing. If you couldn't pay your rent in Milwaukee, now I don't know how much rent is in Milwaukee and stuff, but it seems like it's cheaper than Florida. But if you couldn't make that, why would you move all the way to Florida to somewhere more expensive, thinking that that's gonna be better? Like, nah. Her whole move just didn't make sense to me. It's like 1 minute you're visiting for something, and then a week later you're talking about you're living there, and then you just up and move. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So now she's talking about she's gonna get evicted, or she didn't say she's gonna get evicted. She said she has to move, or she told the lady she wants to move. Okay. Now with that whole situation, She's too old not to know that that apartment was in her mom's name. What I think is that she probably convinced her mom, because her mom's older, okay? And if her mom has lived in her home for years, you know, like most older people have lived in their home for years. She probably doesn't know all of the process of renting anymore. My mom has only moved maybe 3 times in my life. So her mom probably doesn't know the whole process and all that stuff. Or she convinced her, like, okay, she's just going to use your background, thinking that, okay, Florida, the process may be different. But I think her mom knew she was signing, or she was getting the place. I don't think she knew that it was in her name, though. I think she just thought that she could use her background, which to me is still weird. And I think Adrian thought that they could just use her background. From the sound of it, it sounds like the leasing agent was being just as shady. And it was probably one of those situations like, oh, girl, don't worry about it. We're going to hook you up, blah, blah, blah. To where she probably made A feel like, okay, she's going to look out for me. She's going to hook me up. But the girl was being just as shady. Like, why would you... That's the leasing agency's fault. Why would you let this person be on this lease and you've never seen them? They never came in here, never signed nothing, anything. Like, that right there is shady on the leasing agency's part. But I feel like A was kind of stupid for even trusting somebody who you've made a video about, and you made it a point to let it be known you think this lady is jealous of you, and that she purposely doesn't want you to live here, and she's purposely not letting you know the process. Like, that's the stupidest thing to me. When people need somebody for something, but then you turn on the person, but then you still expect them to be there for whatever it is. Like, honestly, if I was that leasing agent, I'd be like, saw your video, 30 days, here you go. Got enough complaints here. She already keeps talking about how all the neighbors are complaining. Like, why are they complaining so much? It takes a lot for people to complain. Now, she must have went up there and is being like extra like ratchet or something. Because people aren't just gonna, you know, why are you having multiple people complain? What are they complaining about? Like, what are you doing? And whatever it is, the leasing agency knows it's enough to make her have to leave. So why would she sit there and now make a video about this lady? Like, okay, I'm not all for, you know, kissing nobody's butt or nothing, but girl, when you know that this lady knows you doing something shady, play the role. Play the role. Because then when she puts you out, then what? You sitting up in here talking about she gonna go to an extended stay. If you cannot pay $1,600 rent, what in the hell makes you think you can pay every day for an extended stay? Like, she said that she wanted to go where she went for her, when they went to the vacation, she wants to stay in a hotel like that. Didn't she say that hotel was like $300 for like 3 days? Like, girl, abort mission. That's not gonna that's not gonna work. What is 300 times 30, y'all? I like math, but I ain't good at it enough to quickly like is it. So it's like, no, that doesn't make sense. Everybody knows a hotel, shoot, a motel daily is more than rent. So how is that supposed to work? Like, Adrian needs to stop trying to live above her means, because things are going to keep happening to knock you back down to your level. You want to be around all these rich folks and stuff, but girl, you ain't rich. It's like she wants to live Beloved's life so bad. And you can't. You can't. You might as well go on and take your stuff on back to Milwaukee. Okay? Go on, get in your mama's. Your mama probably won't even let you come because you done screwed her name up. It's like you just burn your bridges of people that you're gonna need. If you were a person that didn't need anybody, then okay, but you're gonna need people. Okay? How the hell are you about to get out of this situation? You gonna ask one of them foreign men or whatever to let you stay up there? Like, after you done went all up on your videos talking about, I got options, I got options. Like, they just as crazy if they let you live there. That wouldn't even work though. Adrian seems like she's too, like, stuck in her ways to live with somebody else and follow, like, their rules and things like that. So I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any kind of sense to me. Like, you did all of that moving, all of that driving, all of that big talking, even telling Cindy that she was gonna be her neighbor and stuff. It's like, girl, you ain't even about to be the neighbor no more. And, like, I feel bad for these kind of situations, but not when the person deserves it. Okay? Not when the person deserves it. You can't talk all this big bad stuff about how you're doing so good and talk down to everybody else in their situation. Even talking about Walt and how she was laughing about him and Nisha's issues, or what, what the blog, what the T channels are saying, or just saying that he needs his own and stuff. So it's like, but you got everything in somebody else's name. Like, now, because you done screwed him over, if you would have just kept your mouth shut about y'all drama and kept it between you guys, you would have had some help. But now you screwed him over. So now who's going to help you? Who's going to help you? If you had other options as far as getting there, you would have took those other options. But instead, you needed Walt to drive there. And I got a feeling, y'all, I know B Love is like, oh my God, why do I have to be going to Miami? Because now B Love is all she got. As far as, like, that's if B Love is even willing to help her. I wouldn't. I wouldn't if I was B Love, just because I know that she's only there because of my money. It's obvious. And I think that's why B Love kind of, she'll talk to her on the phone and stuff, but she ain't about to let that lady up in her house. Like, do Darius and Dalvin, have they ever even spoke on Adrian? Have they ever called her aunt anything? Because they've spoken on Walt. And I wouldn't be surprised if Adrian reaches out to her for help. And when she tells her no, then we gonna see it. Especially since B-Love is going to Miami. Adrian just makes it real obvious when she needs people for something. So I'm curious how that's gonna go. But I am curious about what's gonna happen with this whole move. Like, she's gonna be heading back to Milwaukee sooner than I thought. I actually thought, like, okay, maybe she's out here, she's getting stable, and it's all good. But nobody knew if the apartment she was in was the same one of the lady that she was talking crap about. So now that I know that, I'm just like, nah, that wouldn't have lasted long, no way. Because for one, she swore up and down this lady was jealous of her. The leasing agent, the lady's hearing all this stuff about her. She's already watched videos on her. So she already knows, like, what's to expect. And Adrian doesn't know how to humble herself. She'd rather get all raw with everybody who says something she doesn't like. So I'm pretty sure she had a moment, a little crazy moment with that lady. And now she's paying the consequences. Simple as that. What y'all think about it, though? Oh, and I'm waiting for Walt to go live, because He seemed like he was so mad at the fact that she low-key threw him under the bus just by even bringing him in it. Like, she didn't say he said anything to her mom, or that that he told her to do it. But the fact that she even said that, oh yeah, he said he would do it too, it's kind of like she's trying to make it seem like, well, he encouraged me to do it. If I was him, like, don't even bring me into it, girl. Like, what? We not even talking. I ain't got nothing to do with your story. It ain't like he sat there and signed the mom's name or nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything. He just told you what you wanted to hear. He probably wouldn't have done that. I don't think anybody in their right mind would have done that. Would have sat there and signed a lease knowing that it wasn't your name or in your name. And even then, like, girl, if you know it's not in your name, then why are you having no act right? It just doesn't make sense. Like, if you're gonna screw your own name up, then okay, act how you want, deal with the consequences. It's on you. But why do all that extra stuff when it's not in your name? So now that agency is gonna probably do even more to get her out of there. Okay, all it takes is for her to threaten the management, and bam, she gone. But hopefully, her mom is able to, like, get it off of her name. I don't think she can, though. I mean, there's some cases that you can, but you'd have to know about them. They'd have to be available to you at your state, in your state. I think it just kind of depends on the situation. In this situation, I feel like if they were to not have it in the mom's name, like, they would press charges to Adrian. And she gonna say today, she don't got no kids or nothing, so if she go to jail over this, then she go to jail. That is the most dumbest stuff I've ever heard. Kids or not, like, why be okay with losing your freedom off of something stupid like this? Like, that's you losing money. So if we don't hear from you for how long you get for identity theft, if we don't hear from you for more than 48 hours, I'm gonna assume you're in jail. I don't know if it's that easy. It seems like you have to go through a process, or like the person would have to press charges, like her mom. And I don't shoot. Who knows? Some people, parents will do that just to be like, nah, you don't do that with my stuff. Pressing charges, bam. So we'll see. The way Adrian ended her video, you could tell, like, her mom, like, went the hell off on her. But I don't blame her. But y'all, like always, I'm watching. I'm waiting for Walt to get on his live and address it, because he was waiting. It seems like Adrian is the only person that he don't mind speaking on, because I don't think he cares if she get mad at it or not. But he will freely speak on her. So I'm for sure waiting for that live, because in his video yesterday, he kept wanting to address it, but he said it wasn't enough time. Okay? So y'all, that live is coming. And Adrian said that she had spoke to her mom, and her mom had spoke to Walt. I think that's what she said. If I'm remembering correctly, she said that her mom has spoken to Walt, and I forget the conversation. So that means that the mom is in contact with Walt again, okay, and they've had a conversation about it. So there was probably more that was said on Adrian's end about Walt, like, oh well, Walt said do this, Walt, to where she low-key put the blame on him or something. That seems like that's why he's mad. Because I don't think he would really care if she just said, oh, Walt said I would do that too. I think it's more to it than that, because he really seemed like he wanted to get something off his chest. Like, he had something to say to what she said. So y'all, I'm watching. Hopefully it comes today or tomorrow. What y'all think about it? Do you think that it's just a a mistake, like she didn't mean? Which, side note, I don't think she meant to ruin her mom's name, if that is what happens. I just think she did it thinking that she could get away with it. I think they moved everything there. She found out when she signed that lease, and it's kind of like, I have no choice. Okay, it was still stupid. You should have had all that in order before you went out there, or you should have just once you've seen that name on that lease, knowing that they use your mom's stuff, you should have just been like, no, and went and found another place. Simple as that. That's the cost of moving from state to state. Is it's harder to do things because it's in a whole nother state. So that's a lesson learned for her. But I'm gonna be watching, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys think that she was just straight dirty for it, or if you guys think it was just a mistake on her end and you feel bad for her. Let me know, because I'm curious, because I'm telling you, I'm on the fence with Adrian. Sometimes it's like, okay, I like her style, and then sometimes it's just like shaking my head, girl. Like shaking my head. And then sometimes it's just like, that's what you get. Like, that's what you get. Learn how to treat people nicer. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions and everything. Let me know if I got something wrong, and let me know if you got some extra info that you want to add down below. So go ahead, thumbs up. Let me know that you're here for my whole video and that you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Just let me know your opinion. If you agree, disagree, whatever the case may be. Hit your post notifications so you can see when my next video is going to be uploaded. All right, you guys. Bye.